Okay, hello everyone again. Today we'll have a very fast and a very short webinar dedicated to special Christmas pack and license plate recognition. So my name is Dmitry. I'm in charge of Macroscop company sales. Today I'm assisted again by Vikrant, a member of our technical support team. Today we would like to tell you more about special Christmas license pack with heavily discounted license plate recognition, how to get it and how to use this particular pack. We'll have a look how to configure license plate recognition, and also we do understand that analytics setup might require our assistance when we are talking about real projects. That is why please be advised that Vikrant and all other members of the technical team are ready always to provide you the required information as well as to connect to your servers and to perform required system setup. Just to remind, in order to expand the functionality of the video surveillance system, you may also connect video analytics to Macroscop software that allows to win more projects and to earn more money from implemented projects in the past. Going back to the easy pricing of Macroscope, we have no hidden costs. One camera equals one license. No base license, no support plans, no additional money, dates of Macroscope software. So it's easy, it's simple, it's understandable, and it's competitive, because if we compare this strategy to other competitive products, you will always win with Macroscope, because as soon as license is purchased, no additional money will be required ever. Video analytics. Macroscope. I would like to remind you first of all that Macroscope efficiently analyzes the video data without a full decompression of the stream, and that significantly increases the speed of processing. So with our software, you can connect 4 times more cameras per one server, and so more cost-effective processors to reduce the cost of server equipment. This unique competitive advantage allows to use video analytics and to save on required hardware at the same time. That is why the overall cost of the system will be lower than when using any other competitive software. In regards to video analytics, Macroscope has the largest variety of video analytics, at least if we consider other products. So at the end of the year, we have decided to make analytics more affordable. That's why we have a Christmas pack, that's why we have a New Year pack, and so we made it especially for our partners, installers, distributors, just to make this analytics more affordable for end customers, or probably to allow you to earn extra money in 2015, because Christmas pack as well as New Year pack has no recommended retail price. So you're welcome to charge your customers any price you think is appropriate. The time of usage of this pack as well is not limited. That's why you're very welcome to stock this license plate recognition licenses, this Christmas pack, and sell in 2016. Because currently, as I said, it's a heavily discounted pack. So what we have inside, we have one Macroscop ST license, which is used in large and medium projects, because a limited number of P cameras could be connected to the system. So if you have the project of 3,000 cameras, you could do that with a ST license. It's a limited number of workstations, so it's perfect for united monitoring centers. It's a limited number of servers. Whatever the amount of servers you would like to be connected within your system, you're very welcome. As a default, intelligent models are presented in Macroscop ST license. Sabotage detection, loud sound detector, face detection, suspect search, left luggage, and tracking model. And now in our Christmas pack, we are going with license plate recognition model. So how it looks like. First of all, license plate recognition currently is available for 91 countries, and we are continuing to expand this number. And today we're talking about few countries where this license pack is available. It's Albania, Andorra, Bulgaria, Hungary, Denmark, Israel, Spain, Italy, Norway, Poland, Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, Finland, Croatia, and Czech Republic. Um, Probably other countries will be joining this pact, but this you should discuss individually with a Macroscop representative. So what is the main sense of this pack? So regular, we've got, first of all, I will be describing this later a little bit. Uh, there are two options of license plate recognition for parking and highway. The difference is the speed for the license plate recognition. Parking version is up to 20-30 kilometers per hour, and highway version is for speeds somewhat around 200 kilometers per hour. So today what we are offering, this pack, ST license and license plate recognition model, 549 United States dollars for parking version and 729 United States dollars for highway version. As you see, regular prices are way higher, and again, this offer is limited by time, by the 22nd of December, and it won't be available later on. And probably we will increase the price for license plate recognition because even regular prices are below the average price on the global market. Um, so briefly about terms of this offer. Um, Hold on, terms and conditions of the Christmas pack. Sorry, it's written New Year pack, but I think we forgot to amend it. So Christmas pack is available, as I have said, till 22nd of December. Price for this Christmas pack is a final price. So it's for parking version 549 and 729 for the high version. So Christmas pack is 549 per one channel for one country from the list, and the parking version is available for vehicles moving up to speeds of moving up to 20 kilometers per hour, highway up to 180 kilometers per hour. So soft keys and hard keys must be delivered by the end of this year. Additional licenses can be, of course, purchased for prices indicated regular Macroscop price list. Going back to the license plate recognition. So license plate recognition nowadays is a widely used model. We have included it into Christmas offer because according to our experience, as I always say, few cameras with analytics are the key factor to win a large project. In regards to license plate recognition, usually we have just few cameras, let's say 2 to 15 in the project, but the overall amount of cameras could be few hundreds for such a project. So that is why we have decided to push this solution a little bit harder on the market to make it affordable and to again to allow you to win more money. And license plate recognition is designed to automatically recognize and record license plates that enter an IP camera's field of view. There are two versions, as I have said, for parking and highway. The price is different, but also the requirements of projects are different. That's why we allow to save money on projects where high speeds are not required. High speeds of cars for the license plate recognition are not required. License plate recognition, what we could do with that? We could create white and black list of number plates. So these lists are available. So it is possible to set up automatic barrier opening, for example, when the car from the white list, let's say is the parking for your employees. Uh, to make it so when the car approaches, the barrier will be opened in automatic mode. So imagine that we have a few thousand car spaces in front of your office on shopping mall or whatever. So this model could save a lot of time and money compared to standard remote controls. Of course, interception for police if the car had been stolen, and so the police could pay extra attention. Again, the system will show in automatic mode if the car from the blacklist is appearing in front of the camera. So we will need just to put the number plate into interception list, and as soon as the car appears in front of the camera, Macroscope will generate an alarm and notify police or any other people who are monitoring the system with visual, image, sound, alarm, or send email, short message, and anything like that, any means of information which informing which is available for Macroscope. Of course, there is an opportunity to upload and download license plate databases, especially if there is one available for you with all number plates of the country or region or anything like that. So to summarize the capabilities of license plate recognition, it recognizes license plates at parking lots or on highways on different speeds. It synchronizes with lifting gates to control entry or exit. So it automatically opens the gate or it signals the operator. As well as there is the button inside Macroscope user interface to open, let's say, barrier manually. So we have even this option. It supports inputs, outputs for any means, barriers or anything else. It creates indexes of license plates with black and white lists, archives license plates, and it allows to watch archive recordings, allows to create interception groups, not even one car, but groups, allows to set up different access rights for different users of the system. And yeah, of course, it determines direction of the movement, where the cars go left, right, crossing the line. Now I would like Vikrant to show us how we set up the system, the usage, how it looks like, and so from the technical side we will understand more the license plate recognition model of Macroscope. Vikrant?
Thank you, Dimitri. Let me take them to my screen. But I would like to inform you about other technical aspects that you need to care about when you are going for license plate recognition module. One thing is that the parking module works with 6 frames per second, and the highway version uses the 25 frames per second. And these are the technical needs for the module, so that it would be easier for the module to work with recognition. And there has to be the camera angle has to be taken into care as well. The number plate should be very much visible to the camera. So vertical tilt should not be more than 40 degree, and horizontal tilt cannot be more than 30 degree. These are some things that you need to take care of before going for the installation. Now, when we are talking about the installation, you need to care about that where you want to install this module. If it is standalone, then you just need to do the installation on the same machine. But if you are going to use it with client server, then you have to install it on both machines, the module, but the license should only be on the server. There is no need to add license to the client machine. Because this is the necessity, because the configurator needs the module on the client side as well. That being said, let's go to the configuration of it. We need to check on motion detector, and I would come to this motion detector settings later on. But for now, we just need to click on motion detector to get the access to use external intelligence modules. Here, I have license plate recognition. If you are going to look at this, the SDK version, it is going to, this is the technical information, the compatibility of the license plate recognition module. Now, when you are going to click on license plate recognition, then only this database would come up. Otherwise, it will not show up down there. And the barrier control option would allow you to have barrier control information that is down here. If you, as Dimitri has already told you, if you are just looking for barrier control and you don't need license plate recognition, you just inform us, we can get it done as well without the use of license plate recognition module. Now, here the license type, this is what defines the working of the license plate recognition module. The 25 frame per second for highway, and if it were parking, it would have said 6 frame per second. The other second setting is determine the motion direction. So here you can define which way the cars would be moving, up, down, or sideways. So you need to decide this as per your requirement, because the module needs to know whether it is reading the rear number plate or the front number plate. Now, database is required because database would be used by the LPR to make the recognition. So this has to be defined well. If we are working on multi-server configuration, then the IP address should be of one server which would be holding the database for every server in the multi-server configuration. So that IP address has to be there. I am using the local machine, so I am not going to make changes to it. And this is the username and password that could be given to you while you would be configuring it. That is the default username and password that goes with it. Barrier control. This section allows you to choose whether you wish to have barrier control manually, or you want to give out signals to any automatic barrier system. If you are going for the manual control, then you would have tabs on your client's screen where you can open or close the barrier. But with the option auto, then you have to create a sequence for Macroscop to send signals to the camera output so that it can initiate the opening and closing of the barrier. Open and close through. This is something that we really don't recommend, because if your barrier is not intelligent enough to know whether the car has already passed or not, then it might cause damage to the car. So this is not what we recommend, but if you have the intelligent enough barrier, it would be good enough. This next section we will go to is plate distribution time settings. Let's say there was a car that was recognized, and for some reason it halted, it stopped, and the number plate was recognized for of this car. It was matched with the database. Now the car started moving again. The license plate recognition module would recognize it again. So we keep it a difference for 13 seconds or 14 seconds, so that this repeated occurrence of number plate, same number plate, doesn't happen. This is the functionality to avoid this repetition. Then the threshold of reliability helps you in setting whether the number plate is dirty. It entirely depends on the condition of number plate. Some number plates would be brand new, some would be age old. So this gives the edge to the LPR that it can recognize something that is dirty, mucky, which is not easily readable. Then you can define whether you want the accuracy, the 100% accuracy. Then you can just go with the 0 pieces of unrecognized characters. So anything that LPR is confused about will not be allowed to go through with the use of this option. But these three options that I have spoken about, plate distribution timing, and threshold and number of unrecognized characters, these things could be uh, fiddled with when you are facing any problem. Otherwise, you just go with the default settings so that uh, you can do the settings as per the conditions that is applicable there where the camera is. Then this is what defines the minimum size of the number plate. And the maximum size, I wrongly clicked on minimum size once again. This being done, I will define, I will take the default settings, and you can set as many zones. You can set zone for lanes, and this would all be shown in the client side as well. So I have taken 2 zones. Auto scaling, it helps you in give the responsibility to LPR to set the perspective for itself. If number plate is far away, and it comes closer, it can relate to it, so it won't be confused about it. Then use motion detector. Now here is the catch, that whether you want the motion detector of the LPR or you want it to use the macroscopes. That is why I asked you initially that we would come to the settings of the motion detector, just for this reason, that if you are going to use the motion detector of macroscope, then you need to do the settings in the macroscope's motion detectors. Otherwise, you don't need to do any setting there on the macroscope's motion detector. Here, this section allows you to save frames. Like if a number plate has been recognized and the system keeps frame which shows that car was there and with the number plate on one of its sides. Now these frames, number of these frames could be anything, but the size could not be more than 2000 MB as per default. But if you are going to change it, you can define it later on, and you have to set where this folder would be, where you can save these files, frames, files. Here we are using just 3 countries: Belarus, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, and Russia as well. Sorry, there are 4 countries. So I have chosen the Russian, and the moment I select the country, its template would be shown here, which you can move by using the arrows from one available templates to selected templates, or you can remove them from there. I'm just going to go with the Russian one, and let me take you. I'm going to just save the settings. This is all you need to do on the settings part of the LPR. I'm taking you to the client side so that I can show you how it works, how it looks. See here, it has started to show the number plates that it has detected, not recognized. The recognized number plates would have a different color surrounding. Here are the frames. These frames would be saved in the folder that you would select. This is this information will keep on building as the cars will pass under the camera. This is where you can export these files. You can export it to the destination where you want it to be. And here the file tab. I'm facing some problem. Okay, I can understand. Just give me a second, I will fix this up. So, oh, it is working. Card file is not available. Just give me a second. I will just fix this up. I just need to check what is the database saying. Alright, this would be all that I need to do. I guess I meddled with it, and that's why it was not showing. And there was this synchronization problem with the database, and uh, things happen, so I apologize again for it. So we now have the database that we set selected. This is predefined. Uh, Here you can create a new one. You just need to add here. Once you selected it, you can put in the name, the license plate number, and then you can select the group that you want to put this particular number plate in. It could be anything. You can, like here we have new group 4 and intruder. For that, you need to define it. Add here, new group has been created. I want to give it a color code. I would give it orange. You can add one card to 2 different groups or 3 different groups as per your wish. And interception could be created, and then this database would be created, and this is how it goes. And if you are you would be looking at this screen right now, and here I can use the barrier control. This is the icon that you can click on to open the barrier, and to close the barrier you need to click on close. This red mark around the license plate shows that this car is from the red group, and this red group could be intercepted, could be barred from getting in or to cross the barrier. So this is the functionality of it. Is there anything else? This is all the information that I can provide you for the moment, and if you have any technical issues with it, you may ask me. I'm just going to switch to the webinars page. All right, so does it work in UK, Jack? Yes, it does. All right, Dimitri has already answered you. So seems you will have ANPR for GCC countries very soon. All right, Dimitri is taking up. Is there anyone who wants to ask?
I think there is a question from Neil, and I think we didn't answer that about 6 frames per second and 25 frames per second. Actually, it's our recommendation for highways and parkings. This is the amount of frames per second, the minimum requirement, because if you have the camera which is recognizing number plates on the highway where we have, let's say, 2, 3, or 4 lines and cars moving on high speeds, we need at least 25 frames per second, because system, it requires a little bit of time to identify, recognize each particular number plate. And if we have 15 or 12 frames per second, it might be not enough for the system to capture and recognize the license plate. As well as for parking, 6 frames per second. We know and we recommend this amount of frames per second because we're sure that that is enough speeds up to 20, 30 kilometers per hour. And actually, you could specify any frame per second which you want. This depends. Vikrant wants to.
I just want to add that this is the limit for parking, 6 frames per second and 25 frames per second. And there is a technical need for this because the cars would be moving slow when they are coming close to the parking gate. And if we are going with the 25 frames per second, then the consumption, the computing resources would be consumed more. That is why we have set the maximum limit of 6 frames per second because that is all it needs for the camera to detect and recognize the license plate. Now, why we need 25 frames per second on highway? Because the cars would be moving fast. The module can detect any vehicle moving close to 180 kilometers per hour. So for that, we have to cover as much frames as we can in 1 second. That is why we are going with the 25 frames per second here. Yes, Neil, that is max with this module. Because if you are going to go further than this, 10 or 12 or 25, then the computing resources would be eaten up more by the module. And we need to ensure the optimal utilization of hardware as well as module, because at 6 frames per second, the module works good, better than anything. So, Shekhar, your question is, can it match with predefined number in database? For example, if license plate. Yes, it can. Uh, but the thing is that this number plate should have a template in the system as well. It's not just that a number plate with handwritten number would be detected. So template for this format should be there in the system. Then it could detect this. Because the module would be working with the templates just to have the idea about what kind of format is being used in that particular country. I hope I have answered your question, Shekhar. Is there any other question that if I have missed on? So guys, please let us know if you have any question.
So from my side, I would just like to remind you that this Christmas offer is still 22nd of December. It's heavily discounted, and it goes for 549 United States dollars for parking version with free ST license, and 729 United States dollars for highway version with free ST license. And Vikrant, I think there is one more question.
Yeah, I was about to type answer to Neil. There is no recommendation about the megapixels, but it should be high enough to recognize the car and the number plate. So 1 megapixel would be good enough, but if you are going with the 2, 3, there is nothing like recommendation for that. Minimum, you should have something that could recognize the number plate. And I would like to, maybe I skipped this, but I would like to tell you that the width of number plate should not be less than 2 pixels, and the height of character should at least be 15 pixels. Then the LPR can work at its best. And if it is more than that, it would work better. So these are the this information needs to be kept in mind before going for the LPR and the megapixel for the cameras as well. Now, does it work? Shekhar, you asked, does it work in dark or Yes, it does work in dark because that is the functionality of the camera. If camera is able to uh, get us the car as well as its number plate, the module would work with it, and it will work with infrared camera as well. It, yes, it will definitely work with infrared cameras as well. Colors, color would matter because for a country, number plate uh, has particular color coding as well, and that number plate goes into template. So color does matter. But in case of black and white cameras, uh, the characters would be taken into consideration rather than the color. Neil, I hope I have answered you. If Shekhar, if you can help us get the templates, we would be very much eager to get it implemented in a form that it could work in India as well. Because we are looking for other markets as well where we can work with. And for that, we need templates of that particular country's uh, standard of number plates.